Hello, ladies and gentlemen of EDL955, School Plant Management, Fort Hays State University, the fall of 2013. Doc Moody has led us through this classroom. I am Shelley Swain. I'm the principal at USD 498 Valley Heights High School. It is a 7 through 12 building, a K through 12 district, and I would like to present to you some interesting facts, figures, and facilities. The first thing I would like to do is just break down some demographics for you. There are 453 students pre-K through 12 in our district. What you'll know about that is that 53% of them, 242, are free or reduced lunch students, or like the government likes to say, at risk, socioeconomically at least. 94% of the student body, 426 of those students, are white. 6% of those students, 27 total, are other than white, as you can see by the graph. On the building level, 7 through 12, 152 students in the building, 36%, just over 1/3, 55 of them are free or reduced lunch. 92% are white, 140 of the 152, and 12 of our students, a whole 8% in our building, are African American. According to KSDE, they are other than white. Academically, these are our 2013 scores. Again, I cite this from KSDE's recently released report card. 7th, 8th, and 11th grade students, which are this year's 8th, 9th, and 12th graders, saw a drop in proficiency in our Kansas math assessment. What you'll notice is that in 2012, 90% of those students were proficient. In 2013's test, 74%. You can also see by this graph that that was a typical drop in the high school math scores across the entire state of Kansas. District-wide, you can see from this green line here, there was a very significant drop in our math proficiency. Grades 3 through 11 saw our math proficiency drop by almost 20%. These are things we are extremely concerned about. In reading, our scores were not quite as drastic. Our high school students, 7, 8, and 11, again, this year's 8, 9, and 12th grade students, saw in 2012 there was a 93% proficiency in reading. Last spring's testing saw 92% of those students being proficient. There was, however, an overall district drop. You can see again by the green line. This drop signifies about an 8% drop in reading proficiency in our district. What about our facilities, I wonder, does this say? This is the facility, Valley Heights High School. A rough drawing, as you might imagine. I kind of liked the IQ draw, or draw IQ, that Doc challenged us to see. So I decided to use it a little bit. The facility itself was built in 1977. It opened in 1979. Also, what you have with Valley Heights High School is that it sits nearly 1/2 mile off the beaten path. What you see in the distance is the corner. This is US Highway 77. It runs parallel to our building. We have a lane that comes up the way there that is nearly a 1/2 mile. What you also need to know is that, that the building is on 120 acres. You can see here in front, this is the front of the building. This is a fence. This is a pasture. This is farm ground in front of our building. And so it is very isolated. It's nearly impossible to sneak up on us. Now, that being said, there is a rough access road that leads beyond the back of our building, and it is very limited access. The building you can see here, I've also depicted it with a couple of shots on its side. It is built into what we call a short hill. which equals no classroom windows, and it limits severely our visibility. So that whole idea that it's hard to sneak up on us is indeed true, but it's not like we can see them coming. There's great advantages, pros and cons to this. Energy-wise, it's very efficient. Safety-wise, it's very efficient. But there's no windows, there's no skylights, and therefore all the lighting on the interior building is not natural. There is access to go around the building with very well mapped out one-way routes for parking and delivery. You can see that there is an exterior shed just east of the building. That is our ag shop, as well as our weight room. And we also have some facilities that's where we store our mowers and other outdoor equipment. This is a bus lane, and people drive one way through this. As you face north out of the building is our 6-acre facility and parking. This is our football field, our track, our stands, and concession stands. It was built in 2008. It was opened in 2009. The Big Blue River runs about 2 miles north of our grounds and serves as a natural barrier. Again, for security purposes, it's fantastic. We have an independent water supply. We have a well that is extremely good, and we have an independent sewer maintenance. What you can't see, because I can't get a good picture of it, is just beyond the field in the distance, about a half a mile from our back door, is an independent sewer pit that is necessary in order for us to have an independent sewer maintenance. The automated world at Valley Heights High School. We have a controls system which monitors all of our indoor air quality. It not only monitors the temperature, but also the quality, and it sends me emails whenever it's not right. This is a copy of the email that I get from the train alarm system. It goes also to John Burkamp, who is my superintendent, Bob Lindquist, who is my head of maintenance, and of course me as the high school principal. And basically what this email says from our train automated system is that there was a lone network commons area. It was the value of that was that it was a ping failed alarm, that it was off normal, and that occurred at 7:29 a.m. Central Standard Time on the 12th November of 2013. It's a fabulous system until it doesn't work quite right, and it sends me 112 emails on a day, which actually happened about 2 weeks ago. Beyond the controls system, we also have a secure campus, which I'll show you here in a minute. We have cameras. We have bus cameras as well as audio that we utilize. And we have one-to-one iPads in our 5th through 12th grades. Upon entering our building, you will notice some things. One of the things that we have is a secure campus. USD 498 invested in a secure campus, pre-K through 12. All 3 of our buildings have a secure lockdown. You will notice, as this says, this is a camera, and there is a doorbell just below here that says, please ring for access. And we have doors, the electrical, the intercom controls in the offices. All total cost the district about $35,000 as an investment in the security of our campus, and it is extremely operational and extremely good. One of the things I wanted to identify to you was how we access our building on a normal day. You can see from my diagram where all the little red people are. These are normal key entry doors. They are doors of concern because they do not have an electronic fob entry. So anyone that has the access key can actually, just like the old skeleton key into the building where they need access. You'll notice the green people, there are 4 entryways that have fob access keys. They are electronic, and it records every time a fob is used to enter the building. You will also notice there is a science, storage, and kitchen area where there are chemicals in the building. These are not high areas of concern for me, but it's important for us to note that these exist within our facility. What you notice at the entry points throughout our building is that it tells you you are under audio video surveillance. You will also notice that there's a check-in for safe schools. This has been around visitors welcome, but please use the main entrance and check into the office. And you'll also notice here that we have numbered entries and exits so that our secure crisis plans can be easily obtained and easily accessed throughout the entirety of whatever crisis we may be in. These are actually new to us. That we did that this fall. About a month ago, we went through a crisis drill. Now, audio and video surveillance looks like this. This is a picture of the 42-inch LED TV screen that's in my office. There's also one mounted in my outer office for my secretary. It is a fantastic system. The computer accessible program allows for us to do vandalism protection as well as investigations whenever anything is needed. We have 16 cameras for the 22,000 square feet of classroom, office, and common space in our area. We have an entire campus of 120 acres with parking, fields, and facilities. There are some outdoor cameras, but most of the focus is on the inside. Why is it on the inside? This is why I do what I do. This is why we work so hard to make all things better. These are my people. What you see here are my kids who raised more than $800 and 400 pounds of food for the community. And we invite them in and we take pictures of our beautiful surroundings and our beautiful people so that we can put it in the paper. And finally, I say to you this: I will keep them safe, and I pledge to keep them warm, and I will keep them moving forward, because all in all, they are the reasons the building works at all.